Hello, students. Good morning. Students, as we are studying our seventh chapter, that is weather, climate, and adaptations of animals to climate. So, this is the second part of this chapter. In first part, we have studied about weather and climate. In this part, we will study about climate and adaptations. Then we will study about adaptations in animals found in polar region, in which we will study about adaptations in polar bears, penguins, and some migratory birds. Then we will study the same for deserts and rainforest. In desert, we will study about camels, and in tropical rainforest, we will study about lions, elephants, monkeys, and some other animals. So students, in previous video we have studied about weather and climate. So I think you all are familiar with both the terms weather and climate. Weather is the day-to-day or hour-to-hour conditions or changes in atmospheric conditions. And students, as we know that, as we have studied about the climate, that it is an average weather condition of any geographical region for at least 25 years of time span. Means it is a long prevailing condition or a prolonged conditions. So this prevailing condition of any region, any area, obviously it will affect both its flora and fauna. Flora means vegetation and fauna means animals. So in some places climate may be too cold and harsh, whereas in other places the climate may be very hot and humid. So only those living beings means both flora and fauna, means animals and plants, survive in a particular climatic condition which can adapt certain specialized features within them for their survival. So, the development of certain features of living beings in order to survive in the given climate is called adaptation. Means the specific features that developed in any animals or plants, means in living organisms, which help them to survive in any particular climatic condition. So, that specific features are called adaptations. So, first of all, we have to study about polar region. So, as all of you know about polar regions, the polar regions are found at high latitude, means which are far away from equator. So, they do not receive adequate sunlight, means direct sunlight they not receive. They receive sunlight in very little amount, and the sunlight come on their surface in slanting position. So temperature is very low in the polar region, and these regions are mostly covered with snow, and it is very cold for most part of the year. For 6 months the sun does not set in the poles, while for the other 6 months the sun does not rise. In winters, the temperature can be as low as minus 37 degrees Celsius. So, these are the very cold and harsh climatic conditions. The countries which fall in that polar region are Canada, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Greenland, Iceland, Alaska in USA, and Siberian regions of Russia. So, polar bears and penguins, these are the two main animals which found in polar region, while while some migratory birds are also found in polar region, which migrate from that regions to warmer places during extreme cold and harsh climatic conditions, which protect them from these type of climatic conditions. Now, first of all, we will study about adaptations in polar bears. So, polar bear has two thick layer of white fur on the body, and because of this white fur, they can easily mix with or blend with or merges with their snowy background, and they can hide from their prey and predator. So they can protect themselves from their predator, and they can very easily they can catch their prey. So getting hide from with the surrounding because of these special colors and pattern, this is known as camouflage. Now second thing, they have thick layer of fat under the skin, and that thick layer of fat under the skin, it is called blubber. So these layers act as an insulator and prevent the bear from extreme cold, means it provides double insulation to the polar bear. Next one, they have white paws with long curved nails, so it helped them to move on the snow. Then they are very good swimmers, and they always found swimming to keep themselves warm, because they live in polar region where availability of food is very less. They have to make lots of efforts to get their prey, so whole day they have to walk, they have to run, so that their body generate lots of heat. So just in order to reduce that heat, they start swimming in water, so they can remain underwater for long time by closing their nostrils also. And their wide paws, it help them in swimming. Then polar bears have highly developed a sense of smell. They help them in finding fish when catching their fish, even from under a thick layer of snow also. Now, next one is adaptations in penguins. So first adaptation is penguins are of white color in front and with black back. So black color which is present on their back, it absorbs the sun's heat, and white color which is on front, it prevents heat to go out. Then they have thick layer of fat under their skin, again blubber, which protect them from extreme cold. Then they usually huddle together. Huddle means they live together in groups or herds to keep themselves warm. Then they have curved claws which help them to walk in snow, as polar bear also have. Then their body is streamlined, hence they are flightless bird. Then also they are very good, they are very excellent swimmers. So their body is streamlined, and their feet are webbed. So streamlined body and webbed feet help them in swimming. So students, our next topic is adaptations in migratory birds. Before starting, we should know what is migration. So migration is the regular seasonal journey done by various animals, various species of animals and birds also, in order to escape the harsh and intolerable climatic condition, or we can say it is a seasonal mass movement of animals or other birds, etc., from one place to another, generally from colder region to warmer region, is migration. So many animals, so many birds are there. Even fish also migrate from colder region to warmer region in winters, and they come back when winter is over. So there are so many birds which are found in polar region, and they migrate from colder region to warmer region in order to survive in such harsh and cold climatic conditions. And for this they have to travel very long. So some of them travel around 15,000 kilometer just in search of favorable climatic conditions. So one of them is Arctic tern, and Arctic tern is known as the longest traveler among the migratory bird. And one more bird is there, that is Siberian crane. Siberian crane is a migratory bird which comes from Siberia to India. It comes in Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana to escape from the extreme climatic conditions. Next one is deserts. So as we know, deserts are the very hot regions which have very high temperature and very less rainfall. So deserts are generally very hot and dry. Some of the deserts of world are Sahara deserts, Arabian deserts, Kalahari and Thar desert, etc. Some common animals which are found in deserts are camel, kangaroo rat, salamander, tortoise, and some other reptiles are found in deserts. Then next one is adaptation in camels. All of you know camel, the sheep of desert. So camels are specially adapted to these climates, as they can survive the harsh climatic condition of deserts. So for this, some adaptations are found in its body. First of all, camels have long legs. All of you have seen camel, I think. So camels have long legs which keep its body away from the hot sand. Next one, they have padded feet which help it in walking on hot sand. Means they can very easily walk on hot sand. Then they have leathery patches on their knee, which also protect their knee from the hot sand. Then their skin colors of brown color, which help it to merge with background again, the concept of camouflage. Then they are adapted to excrete very less urine. So when they excrete very less urine, such type of adaptations are found in birds also. So when they excrete very less urine, it means they are conserving water. They are reducing the loss of water by urine. Then they can drink very large quantity of water at a time, means they can drink more than 40 liters of water at a time, and they store that water in the plasma of their blood. Then they eat plenty of food, means lot of food they can eat at one time, and that food is digested, converted to fat, and stored in the hump of the camel for later use. That is why they can survive without water and food for so many days. Then their bodies are adapted to tolerate temperature changes, because all of us know in deserts, in the daytime the temperature is very high, days are very hot, and just opposite nights are very cold, means temperature is very less in night time. So temperature changes are there, so camel's body are well adapted to tolerate such type of temperature changes. Then camels have three eyelids and very long eyelashes. So when during the sandstorm, their eyes get closed, means they can close their eyes for long time, and they can close their nostrils also, so to protect themselves from sand, from blowing sand during the sandstorm. Then they have very thick lips, so they have to eat because they are living in desert. So in desert, such type of plants are also present, like cactus, which are spiny or thorny, we can say. So they have to eat such type of plant. That is why their lips are very thick, so that they can very easy, tongue is also very thick, so that they can very easily eat that type of plants. One more thing, sweat glands are also absent in camels. That is why this is also an adaptation to protect loss of water. Then some reptiles and other animals are also found in desert region, which protect themselves from extreme temperature by spending their time in burrow, means they at daytime they live in burrow, and they come out at night and they become active at that, means at that time only they start searching for their prey or for their food also. It means such type of animals are called nocturnal animals. They spend whole their day time in burrows, and at night they come out. And some other animals also, as rats and salamander or tortoise, etc., they also cannot cope with the heat, so they undergo a rest in cool to escape the heat. Then kangaroo rat also, you can see the image of kangaroo, it almost resembles the kangaroo. So it also spends its day in burrows and come out at night. Now, next one is the tropical rainforest. So the tropical rainforest are very interesting actually. So because all of you know, tropical regions, they are the places which are found near the equator. This includes India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Republic of Congo, Uganda, and Nigeria type countries. These regions are near the equator, that is why receive maximum sunlight, and so receive more rainfall, which make the place extremely hot and humid. And temperature also vary from 15 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius near the equator. Days and nights are almost equal in length throughout the year, and the tropical rainforests are also present in some tropical areas. These rainforests have very tall and dense forest, means jungles, and they receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. In India, tropical rainforests are present in Western Ghats and Assam, and except India, they are also found in Southeast Asia, Central America, and Central Africa. Tropical rainforests are near the equator, so sun rays reaches directly in shorter time as compared to polar regions, and making it more hotter. Even the cold winter in cold winter, temperature is about 15 degrees Celsius, which rises to 40 degrees Celsius in hot summers. Length of days and nights are equal, as I told. Just because of high temperature and low air pressure, uh, water from the water bodies evaporates, and all of you know trees also do transpiration and release water vapor in the atmosphere, which moves up in atmosphere and then condense and come back to the earth's surface as rainwater. So there is heavy rainfall in tropical rain forest, and there is a wide variety of plants and animals. They grow very well in tropical rainforest because of its good climatic condition, which is hot and humid, which is favorable for the growth and development of plants and animals. And except that, there is availability of wide variety of food, constant water supply. That is why tropical rainforest is very good for animals and plants. It means there is a very huge population of animals and plants. Some of the animals which are found in tropical rainforest are elephants, then beards, ape, tiger, lion, snake, and so many variety of birds are also present in tropical rainforest, and they are well adapted to the climatic conditions because there is tough competition for food and shelter. So first of all, we will study about adaptation in lion. So, the skin color, you can see lion. I think all of you have seen lion. So, the skin color of lion is brown in color. So, it again help it to camouflage in its surrounding. So, what is the benefit of camouflaging with lion? So when they camouflage with their surrounding, obviously they cannot be identified by their prey. So very easily they can catch their prey. And when they camouflage with surrounding, they can protect themselves from their hunters also. Then lion has very highly developed sense of a smell, and their night vision is also very good. So all these features help lion in catching their prey and making them suitable to live in that type of climatic conditions. Next one is adaptation in red-eyed frog. So red-eyed frog have sticky pads on their feet which help them to climb on the trees and on the places where they live, and also in catching their prey. Now, next one is adaptations in elephants. So, elephants also, I think you all have seen elephants. So, elephants have very strong sense of smell, and as it uses its trunk for smell and holding its food. Actually, their trunk has very powerful muscles which help in uprooting trees. Then they have very long ears which help them in keeping them cool, and they can hear very soft sound by using their long ears. Then their tusks are modified teeth which can tear the bark of tree, and they're having a very good sense of hearing and smelling also. And just because of their trunk, they can drink water, lot of water, and they can sprinkling water over their body to keep them cool. So elephant is also able to handle the competition for food very well. Next one is toucan. So toucan is a bird uh, whose weight is somewhat heavier, so it cannot sit on the weak branches where fruits are present, so they have very long and large beak which help it to reach the fruits on the branches. It cannot sit because of its weight. Next one is monkey. So adaptations in monkeys are highly adapted to live in rainforest. They use their palms and sole to grip a branch, and thus they can hang and swing from branch. They also use their tails to hold a branch, means their tails are very important in their life. Their tails are called prehensile tail because they can very easily grab any branch from their tail. Then monkeys can climb the very top of the branch of tree, and they can see very far in the forest. Next one is adaptations in lion-tailed macaque. So lion-tailed macaque is found in rainforest in India. It is found in Western Ghat. And lion-tailed macaque or beard ape has a silver-white mane surrounding its head, cheeks, and chin. Also, the silver mane help keeps off the rain during the heavy rain, and their cheek pouches allow them to collect a lot of food quickly. Means they can eat a lot of food quickly and they can store it, they can collect it in their cheek pouches. Then they have opposite thumbs which help in foraging as well. Then it is a good climber which spends major parts of its life on the tree. It feeds mainly on fruits. Then it can also eat seeds, young leaves, stems, flower, and birds. And beard ape also searches for insects under the bark of tree. Means sometimes they searches for insects also, which they can found under the bark of tree. Since it is able to get sufficient food on the trees, so it rarely comes down on the ground. Means most of the life of beard ape is spent on trees only. So this chapter is finished. Now some understanding based questions are there. So first one is, what do you mean by camouflage? All of you know now. What is prehensile tail, and which animal this tail is found? Then which type of adaptation is found in toucan, as it cannot sit on weak branches because of its weight? Then why is beard ape called as lion-tailed macaque? I have told, because of its appearance. Then, which bird is known as the longest traveler among the migratory bird? And where does a camel store water in its body? So, try to find out answers for these questions by watching this video and reading your chapter. And try to solve objective type questions given in your chapter. Okay, thank you, students.